my name's Sarah and you're watching Needlework by Sarah. On today's video, I've decided to read some craft-related stories from r/am I the Asshole after watching a video from Passionate Knit Chelsea. I watched a video of hers where she's done a similar thing and it looked really fun. So sit back and enjoy these stories as I work on some rips off mine. The first story is titled, Am I the Asshole for Asking My Girlfriend to Stop Knitting So Much? My 30 male girlfriend, 27 female, is really into knitting and has been long before we started dating 3 months ago. At first it didn't bother me and I thought it was cool she had a hobby, but then I realised just how much she does it. Granted, she's not pulling out the knitting hook at dinner or anything, but it seems anytime we're watching TV together or just hanging out at her place, she's always working on some project. She said she needs to keep her hands busy and it's like fidgeting for her, but I severely doubt that she can be fully present. You don't have to pay attention when you fidget, and she literally jokes that she doesn't know how to count. She claims it's not all the time, but it's definitely more often than not. She argues that she can follow TV show plots just fine, and when I quiz her on some details, she can't answer some of the questions. So I think my point stands. That then she said if it's a important conversation, I obviously put my work down, but I think we have different definitions of what important means. I also told her that I would like to be able to cuddle and physically interact with her during TV time. She said we can still cuddle, but it's literally not the same. I want her to be interested in me and not some pile of yarn. This might be petty, but I think I might feel better about it if she needed things for me, but it always seems to be bags or clothes for herself or like some random squares. She did make a pretty cute toy for my dog though. That was actually nice. Anyway, I sat her down the other day and told her my perspective, and sort of being willing to compromise, she told me I'm the one that's not listening to her and essentially called me an asshole. She's a gay girl and I don't want to lose her over this, but also not sure what to do. Am I the asshole? This guy 100% sounds like the asshole in this situation. Some of the comments read as follow. You're the asshole. You absolutely can knit while maintaining concentration on other things with the possible expectation of any awkward or fidgety bits. Normal knitting just requires a rhythm to be kept. Leave her alone. Someone's even gone as far as to say she's not even knitting, she's crocheting. She has a single hook and is making granny squares. Someone follows it up with, yeah, Mr. My girlfriend can't pay attention while she does a hobby, hasn't paid enough attention to what her hobby actually is. ROFL. I wonder how many times she said this. She said actually it's crochet, not knitting. Someone's replied with, she should probably quiz him on their conversations to see how well he's paying attention, with which someone's replied with, this is what I thought. Does he not know that most people aren't going to pass a random detail quiz on an episode they just watch? Not everyone takes notes on every single detail of every episode. If she's actually losing track, she's probably bored and just watching whatever it is to please him. Good grief. Have you checked out this guy's responses? He even runs about how hard it is for him that C makes more money than he does. I hope C finds this post, buys more yarn, and tell him that there's no space for him at her house anymore because there's too much yarn for him to fit. OP takes some notes from my partner. I knit, actually knit, not crochet, and my partner frequently complains that I have too much yarn, then buys me more yarn to spoil me, and we watch a TV. He sits with my ball of yarn and unspools it for me so I don't have to pay attention to it while I'm knitting. He gets jerseys and scarves and hats and plushes and blankets. Anything he asks for gets made ASAP. And someone's replied with a red flag. Yes. I'm sorry, we've been dating 3 months, so your favourite hobby ever that you clearly loves needs to stop. Unless it's stuff for me, maybe. Yikes. Yeah, he's definitely the asshole, and the post he's made being marked as the arsehole. Next story is titled Am I the Arsehole for Not Getting My Sister in Law a Baby Shower Gift After She Won't Take My Handmade One? Due to financial challenges, I'm currently broke right now. This coincided with my sister in law's baby shower. It's the firstborn baby to any of my siblings, so it's a big to do. I had money set aside but had to use it to cover some unexpected expenses that came out with my car. By the time I got things sorted and got around to the registry, the smaller items were gone, and all that was left was the big ticket ones of $100+, which honestly I can't afford. But I can knit pretty well and have a yarn stash, so in downtime between work and general life, I knitted up a baby blanket for my new niece. I did pick up some smaller items too, pacifiers, some of the texture books, and whatnot. I was working a double the night of the shower, so I didn't get to go. So the weekend after, I swung by my brother's place and gave the blanket and small items to them. My sister-in-law was peeved and gave me the blanket for being the wrong color. It was a deep navy blue yarn, and I guess it's a boy's color. Whatever. I was annoyed, but one of my friends had a baby recently, so I decided to give it to her. I left the small items and went home, a little miffed, but whatever. A few days pass and my brother calls and says my sister-in-law is asking what I'm planning to give them so that they can start planning the nursery layout. I was just sort of like WTF and pointed out that I'd already given them my gift and his wife gave it back. Won't get into the whole combo, but basically they said I went off the register, so they're still expecting something from me since I'm the uncle. Most of the big ticket items are now gone, so I honestly can't afford anything left on the register. I asked about the smaller items I gave them, and my brother said his wife said that those didn't count. They asked for gifts off the register, or I could make a blanket with the right colours. Told my brother that hell no, I wasn't making another blanket. Between work, it took me almost a month to make that blanket, and I used up 90% of my infrequent downtime to make it. Mum said they're right. I'm not supposed to give them something off the register, and as immediate family, I should buy them something they asked for. Dad's stance is, why are you, as a grown man, knitting? And sister-in-law is giving me the cold shoulder. Brother is AITA at this point, says he's sorry, but asking me to give him just makes it to go away. I don't have any clue any of this other baby shower stuff works, so am I the arsehole? This one's being marked as not the arsehole, and I have to say I 100% agree. It takes a lot of time to make anything, and the sister-in-law should just be grateful that he took the time to craft something for their new baby. Someone's commented, not the arsehole, you gave a gift, they didn't want it, obligation and generation on your part was met. It's rude AF to hand back someone their gift, and it's an absolutely never appreciated to demand a new gift after rejecting a completely reasonable gift. One color is no reason to be an AH, and babies do not care what color a blanket is. And in my personal opinion, you can't dictate what gender a color is because any gender can like any color. If you can't afford anything on the register, then a similar present to cheaper items or handmade gift is fine. Heck, any gift is exactly that, a gift. No one's entitled to gifts. This is absolutely zero things that you need to apologize for, and I'm sorry your sister-in-law and brother are so ridiculous as humans. Or your parents clearly have taught them you're all that any of this is even remotely normal as behavior. Someone's replied with, babies don't care what color a blanket is, and with how messy babies are, it's a really good idea to have extra blankets anyway. Op's sister-in-law is an idiot for giving the blanket back for that reason alone. Preach! When it's the middle of the night and her kid just threw up and she's running low on clean laundry, she's not going to care what colour blankets she grabs either. Also, anything else about this is wrong and entitled if someone gives you something not on the register and you just take it and say thanks. especially you know that person isn't in the best spot financially and they spent a long time making something, which from the sounds of it he did. And someone's replied with not to mention that dark blue doesn't show stains, which is another good point when it comes to babies. Reading the comments, it's pretty much all agreed on that he's not the asshole. The sister-in-law and the brother are definitely the asshole. That's it for today's video. I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you guys in the next video.